Hi guys, it's David. Many of you know me as a senior architect graduate, but a while ago, before I switched to architecture major, I was involved in film school where I attended a film class with Tim Heidecker and Eric Wareham, who are now famous hosts of popular show Tim and Eric Awesome Job, Great Show on Adult Swims. There was one time we had a presentation assignment. Many chose to do presentation on art direction, editing, as Tim decided to do a presentation on lobster in films, while Eric dealt with VHS video versus film, the pros and cons. I thought it was not worth doing normal subject matter, so I decided to do a presentation where I quit the presentation that Tim and Eric made, which is what you are about to see. Hope you enjoy it. Good morning, guys. My name is David. I'm an undergraduate senior of film school. We are having an assignment where each of us is required to do a presentation. Many choose to do art direction, editing, etc. Two of my classmates, Tim and Eric, are working together on subjects about lobsters in film. And what's the other subject? Presentation day seems always go wrong. VHS video versus film, the pros and cons. Those two guys are very talented. They've been doing great in the class. Still, after seeing their presentation, I found there are a few more things they can improve to get to the next level. So, I decided to do my presentation where I quit theirs. And I'm presenting it before you guys, hoping that it can be helpful to you as you are going through junior block of film school. Okay, let's roll. Before the video begins, does anyone have any questions so far? Yes? Oh, not you. The one behind you, she was first. But you'll be next. Alright? How do you suppose we know what they did adequately or inadequately in the documentary? Yes, that is a good question. The question is, how do we know what they did properly or improperly in their presentation? Well, there is no better way to answer this question by watching the presentation itself while I address the issues as it goes. Alright, hit the like please, and hit the enter key please.
Today we have two presentations. The first one is Lobsters Aren't Film.
And the second presentation is VHS video rather than film, the pros and cons.
They could have taken out a white screen interval, or they could just simply appear together and say the intro. Try to be more professional.
As you all know, lobsters have been in film since the beginning of film itself. We have a lot of examples where we see early directors of silent films using seafood, shrimp, lobsters, scallops in important key integral scenes in many of their films.
Try avoid this, especially the noise.
Well, I think at least since Sync's down, but probably since portable cameras were developed.
And we're going to take a look at them. The first film is Splash, starring Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah. And then the second film is The Little Mermaid, which is by Disney. And then the third film is Summer Rental, directed by Rob. As Beck said, there are a lot of people using lobsters in film, and I know that a few friends of mine have already used lobsters in their films, and
Keep background consistent.
well, that's a really good question. And to answer that, there's no better way than to look at my 3 clips.
There's no need to show the audience the process of inserting the VHS tape and rewind the tape to the starting point instead of giving the audience a journey of blue screen.
Look terrific.
Let it play for 4 or 5 more seconds. Try not to cut it off right after something just happened. In this case, the symphony.
This is the montage portion of our... 1, 2, 3. This is the montage portion of our presentation.
They could have got rid of their oops as they were editing the video. This is a very good use of montage. The dynamic and energetic movement actually brings more life to this whole presentation. Music was cut too early. Here comes the second part of their presentation where Eric talked about VHS video versus film, the pros and cons. Stay on the board longer so that the audience can read what's written on the right side.
My presentation is about the new advantages of video over the traditional convention of film. I have 2 examples of films, one by Jean-Luc Godard and it's shot in film, and then a reenactment by Scott Kaufman shot in video. I also have footage from Graduate and then in video. For this portion of my presentation, I will show an example of the new format of video and its easiness of use. This is a new video camera. This is a new videotape. It's like film that you would bring the tape out and load it into the new camera. Slides in, easy lock and loading system.
Now let's be a little bit over theatrical. Does anyone know what over theatrical means?
Are you recording?
Yeah. Is it theatrical that it's over? Not in terms of ending or finish, but too much in excessive sort of sense, you know? Yes, indeed. And to help you understand the concept of being over theatrical, I'm gonna show you a clip where I interviewed a professor from University of Huntsville, which is famous of visual performance and theater art. Test often theatrical as living it. Over theatrical is a term which refers to an action or expression that is overly done. In the eyes of the audience, an over theatrical action or movement is something presented in a way that is overly beyond what it should have been. In that case, the audience will consider it less interesting, than fresh, illogical, and inconceivable. Eventually, it brings an opposite effect to what it intends to be.
You still put the VHS tape on the steam deck, right?
Yeah, with right next to my Coca-Cola and my submarine sandwich, sure. And it's kind of a nice kind of, advertising image, yeah. I put it on, I can't, I can't eat it, but I mean,
Right.
it looks cool.
Yeah.
VHS on a Steenbeck, it's an
So you
incredible
take the
image.
plastic out and you reel up the actual videotape on the...
Again, over
No,
theatrical.
I don't take the plastic out, I just put the thing on it because it looks cool. It's like wearing black turtlenecks, it just looks cool,
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Are there any questions? Yes? Yes, is it true that video costs a little more than film, but the results are spectacular, that it's almost worth it? That's a great question. Let's see some film.
Pourquoi? T'as fait quelque chose?
Absolument pas.
Pourquoi tu pensais faire pensif?
Figure-toi que c'est parce que je pense à quelque chose. Ça t'étonne?
Non, quoi?
Une idée.
Allez, accompagne-moi. Alors quoi, je vais pas y aller seul? T'es vraiment drôle, je trouve, Camille, depuis qu'on a rencontré ce type.
Now let's see the same scene, but in video.
In my opinion, I appreciate the way they fact language in this reenactment because they still get a point across while embracing a sense of humor. But as far as composition goes, here try not to split the screen into two equal portions with a divider in the center. Again, try avoid dividing the composition into two blocks. If cropping is necessary, crop from the shoulder of the person on the foreground, never from the neck. The person on the background is awfully posed.
I guess you know now that shooting your projects on film is a waste of time and money and quality.
Well, I guess that wraps it up about Lobsters and film. So the next time you go out and rent a movie or see a movie in the theaters, make sure you notice if there are lobsters in the film, because you're probably going to notice it more now after this presentation. So thanks for your time.
Bye.
Okay, that's all for today. Hope you guys have fun over the next couple years. See ya!